So this afternoon we are out checking our hives. This is the middle of April. It's been warm for a couple days. Today's a little chillier just because it's windy. So we're not doing a lot. We're just kind of checking. We did check 2 of the hives and they are getting ready for swarming. So in about a week we will have to go back to those 2. But now we're here at the beginning, number 1 hive, and we're just gonna kind of see what's going on. We're just kind of seeing, getting ready to make splits, seeing who wants to swarm, just kind of taking a little bit of a check to see what the bees are thinking right now in the middle of April here in Iowa. So this is the first hive, our number 1 hive. There's a lot of bees. All of these hives have a lot of bees, so they're doing good for sure. We're thankful, we're grateful that our bees are doing wonderful. So let's see what this hive is wanting to do. That was the beetle trap. And it had some beetles in it. So we're going to look to see if these bees are thinking of swarming. The reason we knew those other ones were wanting to swarm, we saw a lot of charged up queen cups. And you always look at the bottom of the frames. That's where they are going to be. So that was a honey super box that was always at the top. And let's see what they're doing in this box. And we're also taking away the entrance reducers in the front of the hives at this point. They don't need them anymore now because this is April and it's springtime.
Oh, nothing. We're good there. Okay.
Yep, so this one is not ready to swarm, so there's a lot of bees in it, but not too many, so they're just working on just feeding their babies, collecting pollen, nectar, and just doing what they need to do. So that's a good sign. Okay, and we're going to stop feeding them as well. They're liquid food because, like I said, they're really pulling in the pollen and nectar from the trees that are blooming and budding. There's a lot of stuff going on here in Iowa. So they're really good with just our natural food. So we're going to go to the second hive now. Okay, so here's our number 2 hive. Bigger hive. And we think, just by the looks of it, because how many bees are coming around here, they may be wanting to get ready to swarm. So we'll have to see what we find when we open it up. But gratefully this year we're ready for splitting. So we are ready. We have a lot of boxes and we are ready to make our splits for the first time of this season. And we don't need the feeder boards anymore because we're going to stop feeding them. So we're not going to be putting those boxes back on, the feeder boxes. But we will always keep the beetle traps in because there still is, of course, it is beetles.
Bees.
There's a lot of them. They need to split and make more bees, and they need a new house. So let's see at the bottom of them. That
Not
doesn't
seeing
look like
anything. A little bit of bird comb. Queen cups, but
So
I'm
queen
not
cup
sure if
in
they're
there.
charged.
They may be getting ready. That one is a queen cup, right?
Yep. Not seeing anything in them yet.
No, they're just getting ready, probably.
Yeah, boy, they are, aren't they? Look
Yeah,
at them all.
they're all on the edges. They are getting ready. So they will be split soon. Sooner than later, I'm sure.
Oh. Yeah, I'm not seeing any signs. They've not really moved down here yet. So.
No, yep, they're good.
Yep.
All right, so number 2 is good for right now. Now we'll be on to number 3. Okay, so now we're on to number 3 hive. Now this was our very first feral colony that we got, which is, the feral colony is bees that you find in the wild, not really wild bees, but, bees that were living in the tree. So, now this hive though, it's doing all right, but the queen is definitely nearing her end. She's not a good heavy layer at parts of the season that she needs to be. So this year we will be replacing her. So just a heads up, if you're interested in knowing number 3 hive here on our farm, we will be replacing the queen this year. Because what we've had to do with her hive, is that we've always had to give them resources and babies at certain times just to sustain them. And I suppose that's not really rational to have to keep doing that when you can just get a younger queen. And like I said, because this was a feral hive, we don't know how old the queen was. So she could just be, old. And that's why she's doing that. So it's okay. We're going to get a young queen in this hive this year, and then they will really build and really get strong. So
Doing good now. I see a lot of bees.
yeah, well, she does lay a lot of eggs at certain times of the year, for sure. Oh, I see a queen cup.
Lots of them.
Yeah, look at them all. All of
What the
those
heck?
ones.
Look at her.
She wants to swarm, and she's an old queen. She's so crazy.
She's weird, man.
She's a funny queen. We never can understand her. But
I look at all those
look at them.
bees.
They really want to go. Where do you guys want to go?
I don't know whether to kill her or not.
Yeah, we don't know. Maybe she won't be nearing her end. We'll just have to wait and see.
Going crazy right now, isn't she?
Yeah, she likes the warm weather. All right, well, on to number 4. Okay, so now we're on to number 4. So we're really today, like I said, we're just checking to make sure, or so we can find out who is wanting to swarm first, so we know who to split first here in a week or so. Because it's kind of cold today, we're not really pulling frames to look for queens or actually doing any splits today because the temperature is just not favorable today. So we're just checking to see who has the queen cells and which ones are charged, which ones are getting ready to be charged, and just kind of taking a peek. So
Don't want to lose them. They're too expensive.
yeah, we don't want them to die, and we don't want them to swarm. So that's why we're just kind of being proactive, so we know which hives will be ready first, so we can split them first. Now the queen will not swarm. She won't leave until those queen cells are capped. So that's why we know that she's not done it yet, but they're thinking about it. Let's see here.
No, not seeing a lot of.
No.
Oh, I'm seeing some cups.
Yeah, the bees are in the way. Yeah.
Is it charged? Is there anything in it?
Let me see. I can't see it.
No,
Dark.
that was empty.
It's empty, but soon to be charged, I'm sure. Hello, little bees.
Let's get that bird comb off.
Okay. Yeah, sometimes if they build the honeycomb at the top or in a weird place, you just scrape it off because it's just caused problems later. It's not really needed.
No, we're okay.
Yeah, they're just down there working. All right, on to number 5. All right, so now we're on to number 5. So remember, we also are taking the introducers out of all of the hives because it is time of year for them to have the whole opening to get in and out. Now remember, they are eating natural stuff now, so they don't need their liquid food anymore. We are taking that food away. Because if you don't take it away, I guess you might ask, well, why does it matter? Well, it matters because you don't want them to store that sugar water in their hive. You want that food and honey and nectar to be from natural sources.
Not many bees in here, are they?
No, this is a small hive. Just one box with a honey super. This one is 5, isn't it? Yeah, this was a small hive, the middle hive. Yeah, because we have 10 hives. Yeah.
Oh, lots of honey. I like that.
Oh, yeah. They're working.
Yep.
Good job, little bees. Do your best.
Bees,
Do your best.
nothing crazy,
But it's only April.
yeah, we may add some brood to them.
Yeah, we may give them a little help here when it gets a little warmer out, but we'll just leave her be. Let them do their job. But this was our small. We had 2 small hives. Beginning in this spring. So this was one of them, number 5. It was the middle hive.
Lots of honey.
Yeah, they have a lot of resources. They just gotta lay some babies.
Just plants. Nothing. Nothing. Okay. Well, she's down there. So.
Yeah, well, she's down there where that group of bees were. Yeah. All right, on to number 6.
Oh.
Now we're on to number 6. This is a bigger hive, our number 6 hive. It's a Russian hive. So we're going to use the smoke for sure for these. Let's see how many bees are up here. I bet a lot.
Nope.
Not too much. Well, they're in there instead of up here. Let's put it that way. I see them in there, though.
Yep.
But this top box, remember, always was the honey super, so it's not really necessarily the brood box. Sometimes she lays eggs in that because we kept it up there for them without the queen excluder. But not all of them are big enough yet that they might not have done that. Let's see what we find at the bottom of this box. There's a bee landed on the phone. She's wondering what it is.
Oh boy.
There's all the bees.
Yep.
I had a feeling there was a lot of
They
bees
have
in
been
here.
found.
Yep, we found you. We found you, little ones. See how they were building that weird looking comb like that? That's nothing to worry about. You just scrape it off. They won't mind if you scrape it off. But now we'll have to look at the bottom of this box because that was the honey super box.
Oh, all those drones.
Yeah, that's something else we are finding a lot of in some of these hives are drones. The bee is on the camera. You're messing up my video, bee. Yeah, we've been seeing a lot of drones in these hives. on that one. Actually, not on all of them, but oh yeah, look at that. Wow. Those are some queen cups.
They're
Getting ready. They're getting ready. These guys are getting ready. All right, well, you're getting ready. So that's number 6. We have to remember that. Number 6 is getting ready. Oh no, oh no.
What?
Why did you do that?
I'm just checking to see if there's any eggs in there. Nope.
I had to fix it up again.
Oh, they'll fix that in a few minutes. Okay.
Okay, so number 6 we will note is getting ready for swarming. And we'll put it back together and we'll go on to number 7. Okay, now we're on to number 7.
Oh boy.
So, uh-oh, some smoke. You better get some smoke. They're coming out.
Get it coming.
Here comes the bees. They're ready. They are ready. They said, what are you guys doing to us? What are you guys doing to us? Look at all of them. Oh, yes, look at that crazy comb.
Wow.
They have been busy. They built it on their feeder board. That was on top of on the bottom of their feeder board.
We may need to put a honey super up here.
Yeah, they need more room. I bet they might want to swarm. That's some crazy looking comb. Thank you, Jesus, that these are doing so well. They don't mind if you take it off, though. Just some beeswax. Let's see what we find.
That'd be interesting, huh?
Yeah.
These are the fun ones.
Yeah, the ones that are really advanced. What's wrong?
I'm going to let these bees in here.
Oh.
There's bees up there. Look at those bees.
We are getting surrounded by bees right now because he's knocking them off of the lid. You can hear them buzzing and see them flying around us. You just have to stay calm when they're flying around you. Bees can sense if you get scared. Okay, let's see what we find. Oh, lots of bees. And some queen ones. Queen.
I don't see the queen cups. Where?
What about right there?
Right there?
On the side.
Uh-uh.
Oh.
Just they're pulling down. Alright, good. Oh, check this next box. Whoa, that's heavy. Not a lot yet. Okay, we're good. Okay, so they're working. I mean, no signs of swarming yet out of these guys. They're fine.
On to number 8. Okay, so here's number 8. They have a lot of bees in this one. This is a strong hive. So I bet they'll want to swarm too. So right now we have 4, 6, and then if this one wants to, it'll be 8. Number 8. Oh yeah. Yep. See them all. So number 8 for sure. And gratefully we have number 9 hive that is empty, ready for a split. So this number 8.
Look at that. There was a bee in that one.
Oh. Yeah, they're definitely ready. They're getting their queen cups filled up with bees.
Yep.
So this will be very soon. Very soon. They'll be swarming, and there's drones in it as well. Drones are just the big bees, the male bees. So, but like I said, number 8, when we do split it within a week, we can just put it right here to number 9 because this is empty, ready for a split. And then we have number 10, which is a little one. So yeah. Okay, so here we are, number 10. Remember, like I said, number 9 is empty, ready for a split from number 8. And now this was our little hive, of course. It was already little. It's number 10. I think we will be giving her some brood and some baby bees to get her kick-started for this season. So, but we won't do that today because it's a little chilly, like I said, and windy. But now we know. So we have 4, 6, and 8 of our hives that will be splitting first because they are getting ready for swarming. So check back to see when we do our splits and what happens and all the amazing things that God does with our bees. Thanks for watching. Have a blessed day. Bye.